Well, hello, everybody. It is Friday night, and it is time for Guitar Safari. Seth, how are you?
Fucking Friday! What is up, everybody?
It's been a day. It has been a day, but we're here now. We're cruising into the weekend. We're gonna be okay.
Whoa! What just happened?
Well, I'm gonna just go ahead and start right up with the idea of tonight we're talking about our top 5 guitars right now, and we may talk a little bit later about guitars that we might be on the journey for this year. I don't know. We'll see. But let's go ahead and welcome in everybody that's in the chat. So, hello, Herb with Fireside Studios.
What up, Herb? Superb.
And Herb's been putting out some great content. He did a long form video last week that was really cool, and now he's got a new series starting. So I'm looking forward to that.
Do you know what the series is on?
He is going to do it is going to be a series of songs that he's working on. I think it is, if I remember it right. But he's kind of taking switching up what he normally does a little bit to do the series. So
that is very cool.
So if you want to see what's going on, go over there to Herb Fireside Studios, check it out.
You do want to see what's going on, so go over there.
And Unfucking Believable is in the chat. Yeah. He is saying only 5. Yeah, only 5.
Well, here's the thing. I've got 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I got 17 guitars in front of me around here, and we're just doing 5.
Yep.
5 of the current favorites or top favorites are just, Charles, it's just the freaking 5 we wanted to share tonight.
That's right.
5 seems about a good number because with me and you, we got 10. And with anybody else wants to jump in, we got however many. So 10 is about a good number of guitars to show off in an hour.
Yeah, probably. Probably so.
Right?
I want to welcome in Randy Crooks. Hello, my friend. I'm hoping the best for you, my friend. Hoping everything is going as well as it can be in the situation right now. Thinking about you, sending all the good vibes, buddy.
You know what's cool, Randy, is that when I get that other guitar out to you in the future, I still have the piece of the headstock from the first one. So I'll make sure I'll finish that in true oil, and that'll be fun for you to have that. So
there you go.
Yep.
Yeah. And we got Matt of McCall Music saying,
"What's up, McCall Music?"
Yeah.
Making some heavy riffs, some down tuning, tuning it down. We're tuning it down.
Matt is a riot. Matt is an absolute riot. Appreciate him.
So
we got Earl Coli saying, "Howdy, boys. What are we drinking?" Well, I got a margarita sitting over here on the side. Ooh. So, and you're doing a double stash IPA?
Nope.
Is that another one local to you?
No, this one's Oregon. It's Bubble Stash.
Oh, Bubble Stash.
And it's cryo hops, which is an interesting way of doing it. You might not be super familiar with hashish, the way that you make cold water hash, but you freeze all the crystals off the marijuana, and then you make a substance, and then you smoke it. But in this beer, they freeze all the crystals and stuff off the hops, and then they brew the beer, and then they reintroduce all the flavor and the hops back to the beer after it's been brewed. It's an interesting. That's a very fast way of saying
it's like a hops concentrate.
Yes, it is. But so because you're extracting the essence and flavors and all those crystals off of the hops, and then you get this flavor that is a lot of it's normally boiled off or brewed out of it. So it's really good, pretty good. Bubble Splash.
Excellent.
Cryo hop.
Patrick Trites, and Happy New Year to you, my friend.
Mm-hmm. PT, the way it should be.
And Searching for Tone, Brian, had a great his live stream earlier this week was really good, and really enjoyed it. Got to sit there and watch just about the whole thing.
For taking the first lesson. I watched a lot of his stuff.
His first lesson video. I watched that earlier today during my lunch break. It was real good.
Yes. that first lesson is always super awkward if you're with a student. But yeah, that's super funny to watch. It was good. It was a good video.
Yeah. And welcome in Michael Kraus, who usually watches on his phone. And
Yeah.
Terry and 3 of the G's anyway.
What up, Terry? I usually do a lot of watching on my phone. That's typically if I'm watching something on YouTube, it's probably on my phone.
And if you're looking for a new Terry 3G's video, I just got a notification as we're getting ready to go live that he put
What?
one up. So yeah.
What did he trade now?
I don't know. I just saw it pop up, so I'm not even sure what it was, but apparently he's got a new video out.
I liked it when he was doing his he did some luthier stuff or some guitar work stuff that he was doing, and but it's been a while since he...
We got Cushman NYC saying hello.
What up, Kush? Man, NYC in the house, in the hizzy house.
And we got Ben Coombs.
Oh shit, we got Ben's who has a way big collection. So we do want to hear what your guys' current top 5 are. So please type it in to the yes, we should, Michael, we should be listing our 5. Perfect.
And we got our buddy Wayne McConnell saying hey,
Wayne.
And Ben's thinking of Randy as well.
Yep.
And I know this guy's from somewhere. I don't know where.
Oh, what up, Edward?
Oh, Red.
Yo.
And Eddie Fay has made his way in.
What
I
up,
can't
Eddie?
talk anymore. This is great. And Time Surfing Alien, coolest avatar ever. And he is quickly followed in by Dastardly Dave.
Dastardly Dave, who just this last weekend finally learned how to make a banana split. He had to go to Sunday school.
Ah!
Sorry, Dastardly. I'm using these. It's a good gift.
But we're hoping the mission from God is going well, my friend.
Yes, we want you to get all that shit together and get these people out there and play some shows and broadcast it on the internet.
And hello, Miranda Lennons.
Miranda Lennis?
Lennons, I would imagine.
What is happening? That's a new name to me, so I don't know you.
Yeah, sure is. Welcome in.
No, hold on. We got to meet Eddie. Would like to say hello. And yes, he's pretty wired up. I don't know. Who the hell's this new person coming in the chat, Charles?
Sure, Mon, we have to allow new people in.
I like them. I think they're going to be a nice, good guitar person to hang out with, but I just wanted to check with you.
All right. It seems like we're good. So nice to meet you. Yeah. He just gets a little bit, jumpy.
He is all kinds of nervous sometimes.
Loves all the names. Apparently, Miranda gets passed. I don't know, because we don't have many females in the chat other than Sarah Swift, who's going to definitely be checking in on us. She said, because she finds me entertaining at all times, Charles.
I'm sure she does.
Not just the other 23 hours a day she gets to have this next to her. All right.
Everyone needs a little bit of a vacation.
She's entertained. Yeah.
And welcome in, Dan Gorman. How are you, my friend?
What up, Dan?
Yeah, BC Rich 581, wishing everyone a happy 2025.
I saw the BC Rich 581 video the other day.
It was good.
On the headless Honer.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see a headless Honer little guitar, like the Steinberger copy one, come around for around $300, that looks like it's nice, I'm gonna. Now I had one. I did back in the Reverb days. Like it was one of the 100 guitars that I sold on freaking Reverb. And you can't keep them all. But now I've realized after going through that 100 guitars that that's one of the ones that's cool that you should. It's kind of good to have. It's actually utilitarian.
There you go.
It's a good.
You got Vox Guitar Rocks, who's stuck at work but still listening in. I like that kind of dedication. I tell you.
Thank you, Vox. Yes, stuck at work. That's tough. I hate that. Terry. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. You're doing the chat clicking because I saw something from Terry about a guitar. Anyway, we'll get there.
Okay, we'll get there in a minute. Patrick Trites is saying hello.
What up?
He gave us 5, and I'm ignoring him right now. So,
well, here we go. Number one. Telly. That's a good for you, Charles. You love Telly. You're a Telly lover. Number 2, Les Paul Standard. Not a Les Paul Custom, a Les Paul Standard. 3, Epidot. 4, Bass 6. Thought about it the other day. Saw one for the $200 one on the internet that was going around. Thought about it, but number 5, Destroyer.
Nice.
Remind me what a Destroyer looks like. An Explorer. Am I right? I don't.
It's one of those weird shaped ones, yeah.
Didn't James Hetfield play one? I know.
I don't know, but the Destroyer is kind of a weird shape. It's not a guitar I'm overly familiar with.
Right.
Well, we got Richard Clark, who's made his way in as well.
What up, Richard?
We got Blue Mox.
Did Blue Mox change your avatar lately?
Nope.
That's cool.
That is the same avatar he's been rocking since he came in.
All right. Me and my not picking up on social cues.
And Steve Reeser is here.
What up, Steve?
There you go.
My freaking neighbor, when we walk around, we always see him when we walk around, had his arm in a sling. And we're saying, oh, how'd you do that? And then he was saying, I guess he was joking. And he was like, oh, I was snowboarding. But he was actually joking, but I didn't think he was joking. And my wife actually picked up on that he was like, no, I was snowboarding here. And no, it was just like he just was working in his yard or whatever. So, I don't know, man. I guess I'm less able to pick up on that social cue. But when you tell me you did it snowboarding, I think you went snowboarding. I don't care if you look old. That's cool. You should be old and snowboarding. Because that's how I hurt myself every time myself. I get hurt surfing or whatever.
Of course.
Not, typically in the garden. Although this last summer I jacked my ankle. Did I remember I told you about that?
Yep.
When I was cutting the things. I pulled it and the pole came. Oh man, sorry. This is out of the guitar talk, but
just a little bit.
All right, back on. Well, you guys could see these awesome guitars.
Oh, you got Edwin Crane here with us. Welcome in. And Ryan of OU812 is with us as well.
No weird side, no sound effects. I didn't want to.
And Randy says him and Michelle are doing as well as can be expected. He's been loaned an acoustic and an electric guitar, so they'll be good. They had a little bit of a house fire a couple days ago, and just kind of putting the pieces back together.
Right, but rebounding and gonna pull through it, and hopefully everything's gonna be
Well, Mr. Coombs, I wasn't entirely sure about that, and I didn't want to step outside the realm, my sir.
Destroyer, same shape. Okay. So I thought that it was, I was kind of on the right track, but I thought it was maybe.
I had a couple different shapes in my head, and I wasn't entirely sure, and I didn't want to say nothing.
Maybe it's got to have something a little bit different to it, like a different headstock or different something to call it the Destroyer. But it's a great name.
So we have made our way through the chat.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Again, everyone, if we missed anyone, sorry, we'll try to catch you up in a bit. But and so Seth, what's one of your 5? What's one of your 5?
You want to go top down, like number 1?
See, I can't. I really looked at the 5 that I play, and I really can't place them in a particular order.
Tone falls off of this thing all the time. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. We'll get it later. This is my number 1. We've all seen before. My Strat. It's a hardtail. Dan Smith. 1983 or E3. Although they were a little shaky on the dates. At 83.
Yeah, very nice. Very nice.
The only reason really it's why my number 1 is because it's so played in. And this is all my dad play, my stepdad, but my dad's play wear. And so this is a guitar that I really connect with, that I pick up. Now I keep it upstairs and I pick it up almost daily. I pick it up, almost daily, and play this thing all the time now. Setup, great. One of the best players. It just happens to be a magic guitar that is, just really, really great. And trust me, I've touched a lot of guitars out there, and this is a good one. So that's my number 1, Charles. We'll go tit for tat. What's your number 1?
Well, I really thought about what is the guitar I put my hands on the most, right?
Lately. Because this could change.
All right, so and that's our Guild D240E, and this thing is it's always within arm's reach. It is usually the first guitar I pick up if I'm gonna practice on something. It usually starts here, right?
Never would have thought we would have gone acoustic first guitar. That's amazing. Yeah. Okay. I had acoustics out in the room, but they weren't even included in the 5. I figured I might get to those after. But yes, dude, yes.
Well, if a fella's being honest, that stuff, it's usually the first guitar that gets picked up for whatever reason, right?
That is kind of cool. I kind of maybe am thinking I should have an acoustic out. That might be the case for me too, though, if I had an acoustic out upstairs. But I always have my guitar right next to the amp, plugged in and ready to go. And it's the Spark amp, and you know how easy those are to kind of get going and have some fun.
Yeah.
So that's my upstairs rig. Although I don't keep an acoustic up there. Maybe I should. Well, maybe I should.
Let's look at BC Rich's top 5. He's got a 2015 SG bought from Phil McKnight.
Oh, nice.
He's got a 2014 LP Studio.
Okay, perfect.
Okay. Les Paul Studio, nice. He's got a Fender Aerodyne Strat.
The flat edge Strats, the Aerodynes are like a lot of them are double bound Aerodyne, so they're like the flat squared off edge. They're cool. Some of them have Floyd style whammies or 2-point trim whammies that are cool. Wow. All right.
And a Fender Custom Telly.
Fender Custom Shop Telly?
Yeah.
Woo.
And a PV Forum 5-string bass. You knew there was going to be a bass in there.
Yeah, there has to be. I mean, that's a great guitar collection. And then I know you got a bunch of cool basses too. So you could have pulled out your really cool basses in that guitar collection if you wanted to. But that's amazing. That's cool.
All right, and then we got Matt's top 5. He's got a Telly. Then he's got a Super Telly.
Ooh.
Then he's got a Strat.
Okay.
And not only does he have a Strat, but he has a Super Strat.
Oh, okay.
And a Gretsch, any Gretsch. I like his train of thought there. And a baritone, any baritone.
Yeah. All right. Oh, so, I mean, it could be your top 5. Maybe he's putting in what he would have for his top 5. Any Gretsch or any baritone.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
Terry says it's hard to have a top 5 when you only have 5 guitars to begin with. It's true. It is true.
Oh, that was kind of dickheadish of us to do and not even think of that. Of like thinking like, oh, guitar safari, want to come hang out with us? Better have fucking 5 guitars. That's so true. Here's the thing. You don't need 5. All you need is 1 or 2 really good ones. We all agree you need more than 1. Is that at least?
I think so.
Because you got to have like at least a couple tones, and then like you got to maybe have an acoustic and electric, and I think we can all agree you need 5.
Okay, and unfucking believable. He says, okay, Parker flies.
Yes,
we know how he feels about the Parkers. His Framus Pantheris.
Okay,
his Gibson LP Studio standard rather.
Nice. Yep.
And Telly's, got to have a Telly. His Gretsch 6120, which is absolutely gorgeous.
And an Ovation.
And an Ovation EA 68. Now, there is an amendment down here. He says, hold on. Hold on. His Washburn N4.
Okay. Oh, the Wolfgang. Am I up to 5?
He's cheating. Yeah. He's cheating.
I thought he says he only has 2 guitars.
I think he gave us 7 in all.
Oh, yeah. It's kind
all right, Seth. How about your number? Next one. Your number 2.
My number 2 is a 1971 Gibson SG. That's actually Todd Presley's guitar, but it is mine now.
Yeah, we're not letting him have it back.
He's so cool about it because. But you know what? One of his daughters started playing, and they wanted to. It used to have the tremolo.
Oh,
it's got the snake bites from it.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's just completely thrashed in all the right ways.
Well, it's well loved.
It's just roach, but it's just so good. It best pickups that I have in the house. Yeah, the best pickups that I have are in this thing. They're not the PAF, but they're the ones after the PAF, which is like black label.
Nice.
Yeah, they're really, really, really good. 71 SG, 71 S. So 83 American Strat, 71 Gibson SG.
Okay, so my number 2 is going to have to be my American Strat.
Nice.
It's, Sonic Blue. It is just absolutely nice. It's wonderful. I get it now. It's my first American Strat. It's my first American Fender, so I'm just very happy to have it, and I'm enjoying it quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, a rosewood board, single.
It's everything I like. I love blue to begin with. My guitars I prefer a rosewood neck, and it just everything about this kind of feels right.
Nice, yeah. And so, do you have the trim set flat, or do you have it floated?
It is flat. It is just flat.
Yeah, with like a little tiny bit of tension, so you can wobble it, like medium tension.
And so I haven't even put a trem arm in it. I pretty much treat it like a hardtail, but there's only one bad thing I've found about this is that the nut slots on the B and the high E need a little work. So,
well, work in what way?
The B binds a little bit, and I think the D is just the nut slots cut too high.
Okay. So all you need you said it's the B that's binding?
Yeah.
Take a little tiny bit of 600 grit sandpaper.
Fold
it in half and put it in that slot and just clean it out. Just jiggy it. Give it a little jiggy and just clean out. Probably has a little burr or something in there. And then the other one that's high, you really kind of need to have a file, right? But if you don't have the file for it, you could do an old string, a 10 gauge string, and a little bit of sandpaper, because you want to bring it down just a little bit to make it more comfortable, right?
Yeah, exactly. I just you need just the B. The B just needs to be wide. There must be a burr or something in there because you'll hear it ping.
And then you could use your thickness gauges kind of just to gauge where they're at. I know you can probably, if you can feel it, you can tell it's probably like up at like 35 thousandths or 40 thousandths. A lot of the nuts are up, or that aren't cut yet, or that one slot didn't quite get cut down. Yeah.
So Ryan's got his top 5 here. His Steinberger GL2T.
Oh God. Yes.
And the Steinberger GM1T.
Come on. Stop.
And then his EVH Wolfgang signature. Is Les Paul Custom Shop VIS Voss 59, excuse me. And then I love how he does this. He goes 5, all the rest.
Yes, okay, I get it. All the rest, 5 or all the rest. I get it. I kind of am the same way. Yeah, I mean those first 2 on those lists are such high dollar, high end. It's like Ferrari, Porsche, Chevy, but that's amazing. That's a great.
Well, here's Keith H's list. He's got a Flying V.
Nice.
Floor.
Beautiful.
Floor, and a Japanese Telly.
Okay.
A Roadhouse Strat.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah, very nice. And a PRS SE24.
That's a really good collection.
That's a pretty good list.
I like it. Gives you kind of everything. Flying V is just cool. Explorer gives you those big humbucker tones. Telly gives you your telly-ness that you need. And then you got to have a Strat. And then you got your PRS 24 is going to give you a bunch of tones too.
Then we got Dastardly Dave. So his purple Gretsch.
Ooh, come
on it. Very
Mhm.
nice. I approve. He's got a Texas Toast Challenger.
Nice. I want a Texas Toast guitar for sure.
And then he's got 3 Siltanian guitars.
Huh. 3 of them. They must be freaking good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then he's got 2 TTG 3 Workshop PRS.
I made.
Then he made
2
POS.
TTG. What are 2 TTG? Texas Toast Guitar Workshop PRS.
Okay. So it's a PRS style. I got you. And then his parts caster telly. Okay.
That's fantastic.
The TTG I was struggling with. Why shouldn't when I had it right up there on top? That's like, I don't know.
Dastardly, I'd love to go up there and do their workshop just to hang. A lot of this stuff I've already done, but it'd be great just to go up there and do it with the guys and then do it on the real deal and be in their shop. And then they have such a good finishing paint and finishing process that it'd be really cool to do.
Yeah. And Paul McNair's another fella that's been up there and made a few guitars over there. So
man, that's awesome.
Yep.
That is really cool.
Let's see. So we got here. Oh, Bo's list. This should be interesting. Are you ready for it?
Oh boy.
Okay. So Bo says his Carvin DC 200.
Okay.
Okay. His with the Floyd Gibson with the Floyd on it, and then he's got his Gibson Les Paul Murphy Lab.
Nice. Okay.
His Gibson Firebird, and his Gibson VOS 1959, and his Les Paul Gibson ES 175.
Oh. So you don't like Gibsons much, do you? And we all know that Carbons, oh God, Carbons, they're crap.
So is that a segue to the next one on your list?
You know, Carbons are just about the coolest thing ever freaking made. So this is what I call the Craig Chiquiso. Cannot confirm or deny that this was actually Craig's guitar. The only thing that's really kind of given up on it is the nut there is kind of chipped off of the brass plating is chipped off. But look at that. Yes, for fret inlay, ebony board, the real 22 pole piece pickups, fine tuners, even though there's no whammy. It's a hardtail with fine tuners. Go figure. I don't know. Not lockers, but it is something that you can. And then it's got switching is coil split, phase, in and out of phase. And then it's also stereo.
Very nice. Oops.
When you plug it in with both, each pickup individually goes to, so you get one pickup with all its controls that goes to 1 amp and one pickup that goes with its controls to 1 amp. So you can have, it's really good for wet dry. I just love this guitar. I don't play it enough. That's why I love, it was our last time that we did, I think, this thing that I pulled out my number 1, and I was like, I got to play this guitar more. I got to play this Strat more. So now that Strat's been upstairs, I've been playing it a lot more. That's why I like these things, to do them every now and then. I need to pull this guitar out, and oh yeah, it really needs to be. But yeah, so that's my number 3.
Okay.
Right? Right. We did what? We did the Strat first, then my brother's. Yeah, so we'll call this number 3 for right now. So,
well, of course, in my number 3 is my Gretsch 5120. And I got this one for a complete song, and you know, you got to have a Gretsch, just like you have to have a Telly. You have to have a Gretsch, right?
Totally.
And so you know, so in heavy rotation, it is, you know, it's I may pick up the Guild first, but you know, soon after this one gets picked up in the Strat. It's a toss up which one gets picked up whether it's the American Strat or the Gretsch first. So
it's because of the pickups, huh? Like you'll start with the other one, and then you're like, oh, I want those pickups, so then you'll pick it up.
Yeah, because this has the Diormond style pickups in it, and I really kind of like the sound that they give. It's like most of the Gretsches in this model came with the Filtertron style humbuckers in them, and but I've always liked this. It's my first memory of a Gretsch is with this kind of a pickup in it. So
that is so beautiful. I love that guitar, and you got it for such a good deal.
I mean, and it's just absolutely, the finish is absolutely perfect. There's not a mark on it. It plays really well, and it feels really good in your hand. And even with the Bigsby, as long as you don't go crazy, it'll tend to stay in tune pretty well.
If you when you restring it, if you buy a little bit of that Tune It from Music Nomad, and you put Tune It at every contact point,
okay,
like every single contact point from the Bigsby all the way back, it'll just be fine. It'll do great.
Very good.
Yeah, Tune It really does help with that stability, especially when you have numerous contact points. It's good. It's good stuff. It's really inexpensive, and one tube will last even someone who does a lot of guitars a long time. So if you only do a few guitars, it'll last you forever.
All right. Richard Clark is giving up his 5.
All right, we'll take it, Richard.
All right, so he's got a Fender Rarities Blue Cloud Burst Telecaster.
Oh, nice.
That's very nice indeed. And he's got a Gibson Les Paul Studio Platinum 2002.
202, yeah. Mm-hmm.
In orange. Very nice, tasty. And so he's got another Gibson Les Paul Special in TV yellow.
Play it hard. Do you have the time to listen to me whine? Right? Anyway.
Yep. Okay. And he's got his 4th one is a modified American Fender Strat with Ed O'Brien neck on it. So.
The Ed O'Brien neck, the Ed O'Brien Strat in itself is a great Strat because that's got the sustainer pickup in it. Mm-hmm. But the Ed O'Brien neck is at a soft V, I think, on that neck, which is a great carve. I need to bring back just bring back more neck carves, right? Mm-hmm. You got all these guitars all over the world. Why does everything have to be a Slim C? Right?
Yeah. Well,
wrong. Bring back like that weird offset V shape that's not quite like a Steinberger, but is when you hold one, you're like, wow, this is weird. And then you play it for a little while and you're like, oh, it feels good. That's why.
And here's his 5th one, his Gretsch 5655 center block junior.
Center block. Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But I like how you gave us the colors because that allows our minds to travel with you
journey,
and really be looking at your guitars because, I mean, that's a freaking nice collection. I'd love to play that junior through, I've got my Nomad half stack with the 2 12s in there. And it would love a P90. I'm building. I'm actually pretty far now on the P90 guitar that I've been building, and I'm excited to get it done because I haven't had any guitar with P90s in a while. This week I wax potted the P90s that came with it because I took them apart and they look like they're all good quality stuff. Like the magnets are pretty heavy and it's all metal stuff that's put in together. So I thought to myself, well, they need to be really well wax potted. So I waxed the hell out of them, and now, will you? What will you take in trade for my brother's SG? I do like those Steinbergers, Ryan. I'm just saying. We could text me. No, I would never. I couldn't never. I'm sorry. That's my brother's guitar.
Couldn't help it.
Did you did your number 3?
Yep, sure did. That was the Gretsch.
All right.
Well, hold on. Let's get Vox up here because
get Vox up here. Get Vox.
Are you ready?
I'm ready.
He's got a 1979 Vox Standard Model 24.
I love the year. Yes.
Yep. He's got a Norman B70 acoustic that used to be owned by Gordon Lightfoot.
What? Come on.
He's got a Gibson Les Paul 2016. Very nice.
You know, Gordon Lightfoot was just a very slow driver.
And he's got a Martin Dreadnought Jr.
Oh, man.
And then his mom's old 1966 Framus Dreadnought.
See, anytime you got a mom or dad guitar, that's a winner. I mean, you know, not everybody's mom or dad had a guitar, so I get it. But I mean, when you have it, that's like having a dog in the picture. If you're trying to get rated and roasted on Fluff's channel, you just win.
I love how both Unbelievable and Guitar Man 45 keep slipping in other guitars in there, like we're not noticing them gone.
But I need 5 acoustics, right? Exactly. Might as well throw that in as a different, separate category, as it were, right? Totally.
Oh my, so funny.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, somebody said Eddie. Okay, sorry. He went for the double screen. He went for the double screen. All right.
So Jeff K, if you're on that Strat, that was a regular headstock. It wasn't a 70s headstock.
It was a normal size, non-70s, big boy. I haven't had a 70s size headstock in a little while. A big boy.
All right, so I've been waiting to see this one. We got Earl Coli here.
Nice.
Gibson ES 446. Custom shop at that. Okay, he's got a 91 Fender Super Strat with lace sensors in it.
That's a Gilmore classic. That's making some Gilmore tones for you for sure.
He's got an Anderson Hollow T.
Anderson, I know Anderson. A Hollow T. It's like a Hollow Telly. Huh. Oh. And I'm picturing it in my mind. It's a high-end guitar. Another high-end guitar. Probably $3,000, $4,000 on that one, Charles.
Yeah, he's got a Gibson ES 335 and a Taylor Electro Acoustic. So.
Oh, come on. You were going to say like a Baby Taylor or something really cheap at the very end. He lists all those in the last one. And a Donner. A Donner. Like, what? What of these things does not belong here? Donner Strat. Brian, if you're still here, you're probably not still here. But the reason why I didn't join in the Donner Strat $3 giveaway was for the fear that I would win. I was like, oh, what am I going to do with another guitar here, number one? And then it's going to be a Donner Strat. I was like, I can't. I won the last one just by putting my name down. So I won a pedal. So I was like, I don't know.
So we got an update from Dastardly Dave. He's done 8 different workshops at Texas Tusk Guitar. Very cool.
I'm on Dastardly. If I could afford one, I'd be up there. So I keep saying that, and then I could just do it. I could just pay for it on a credit card and pay that credit card off like I always do. But
and of course, Guitar Man 45 has that same carving you do, except it's blue. This is blue.
What? Hold on. You're saying you got that same one with 2 coil splits and the phase in and out, and it's stereo, and it's hardtail with that weird bridge? Because that would be freaking phenomenal. If that's the case, we should just become friends for that reason, and we should meet up like once every 2 years and just trade guitars. So you can have the red one, I'll have the blue one for a couple of years. That's crazy.
We're sitting there going through the chat and trying to catch the things that we haven't caught. Yeah. And so Michael Krause says he has a lack of Gretches, and
that's a problem.
Patrick Trite says he's Gretchless as well.
I am Gretchless as well.
Not to be outdone, Fox Guitar Rock says I've got a really expensive Gretsch. Gretchy is my German Shepherd.
Oh, Gretchy! I love Gretchy.
I love it.
Yeah. Gretchy, that's a great name. That's a great name or Gretchen, I guess you could be like short for from
So brother Ed is worked up his top 3 anyway. He's got an SG that he likes.
Yeah.
He's got a Les Paul style guitar he likes, and of course his number 3 is the Ibanez Geo that he just got. So
oh well, dude, an Ibanez Geo, just light, accessible, easy to play through the right amp or through like a modeling amp or something like that. It's gonna sound good. It's like made to, you know, it's not gonna do certain things for you, but a Geo will do a lot of things that you want it to do. That's great. That's cool. And I'm partial to Geos just because I drive a Chevrolet Geo Metro. All right, and that thing, boy, if you're not careful, you could just hurt your neck. If you step on that gas pedal too far, oh, it'll snap your neck. 41 horsepower.
and Vox Guitar Vox says everyone needs a pre-war Martin, don't they?
Whatever. Yeah, you know, why not? Sign me up. And I played them. I played really nice ones that, you know, were getting set up and getting, you know, gone over in the shop. They sound good. You can tell, like old, really good instruments when you hear them. Oh, that's a really, because we, you know, I would always wait and working in the shop because you got 3 or 4 other people working on other stuff, and then they'll strum something out and you're like, holy, that's a nice guitar. And you walk over and you take a look, and it's usually, you know, something nice.
All right. So what do you got for 4? Number 4.
Are we on? Oh, okay. I'll do this for number 4. This is a Maneric Goddess. This is, I don't know how many thousands they've made now. If anybody could do a quick internet search and tell me what number they're on. This is number 21. That's a lot of zeros, and I guess they anticipated making a lot of these because they put a lot of zeros. But it's all of the Alaboni. It's all
Perloid binding, yeah.
The Alaboni. I would say abalone, but I do know the Shane, so I'm going to say Alaboni. Look at that! Look at that quilt.
Yeah, it's nice. You can see it move as you're turning it.
It's actually a carved top. It's not like a little thin veneer. It's I mean, because it's back in the day. Number 21 of the Goddess Maneric. This is probably, I don't know. It's an underrated and guitar brand for sure. And it's a kind of heavy guitar. It's probably 8.5, 9 pounds. It's beautiful, and the pickups are great. The pickups sound good. I don't remember for sure if they were Gibson pickups or something, but they're good pickups in here. And the only reason I stopped playing it is that the nut, my mom hung it up for a long time where it had sun exposed to it, and the nut chipped. So I just need to make a new nut for it, which is no big deal. I just haven't done it.
Just hadn't gotten around to it.
And this is the last guitar that my stepdad ever purchased, that he bought at Subway Guitars in Berkeley, California, where Fat Dog, who's he might not be with us anymore either, but gave him a really killer screaming deal on it. And I do like it. I just I don't know. I don't play all these guitars all that much.
All right.
That's 4.
All right, so my number 4, of course, is got to be the Pin Up and Skulls Telly.
Oh yeah.
I was when I was in the fabric store and I saw this fabric, I got so excited and said, "This is going to go on a guitar." And then, you know, I looked at bodies, you know, where I could get the most of it on. And so now there are 2 tellies like this. There's this one here, and Unfucking Believable has the sister to it, which has a slightly different layout to it, you know. And
doesn't it have different hardware?
No, we went.
The fabric is laid out.
but instead of black on the knobs, his knobs are a white pearloid.
Yeah, dude, that thing is great. It came out so good.
And so this one's a lot of fun, and I think Chris has been having fun with his as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, is a guy he said he would never play a Squire.
But here's the thing: the Squire goes away, man. Yeah. The Squire goes away when you put all that time into it, and a lot of the Squire necks are really good. So I mean, you're really, you know.
I have a Squire Classic Vibe Telly neck sitting over there waiting for a project, and it is absolutely a joy to have in your hand. You know, just it's going to make a great guitar.
Huh? Yeah, they do make. I mean, so if you can grab those things up as donors, and then if you're going to make them into something, we're running on time. So check this out. This is my number 5 that. I love this guitar so much. I've been playing it all the time lately, right? It's hardtail.
Yeah.
But there's something, I did the bone nut on it kind of recently. I put Tomastic Infeld 9-42, really beautiful, expensive strings on it that just feel fantastic. And you notice something a little bit different on it, Charles? Where is it? Right here.
Yeah, you got a switch there.
I finally put in the coils, the coil split. So now I get 6 tones out of it.
Very nice.
3. So I come all the way back here, split the coil, and you have a really good, thin telly bite sound. And then you click it, and then you got a really nice, thick humbucker. So, and then in the middle with the coil split, it sounds really stratty. I could put another switch and do a out of phase, but I don't know.
So
it sounds stratty enough to me.
Does that glitter look as deep in person as it does on the camera right now?
Does it what?
Does that glitter look as deep in person as it looks on the camera right now?
It does anytime it's in the light.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is a great guitar, dude. This is a freaking really fun. It's pretty beautiful, and it sounds great. Six really good distinct. Oh, another thing I did for it is this is the brother or sister or whatever to Ben's purple guitar.
Uh-huh.
Both of these necks over time, like when I first got them and built them and set them up, then the frets were fine or seemed fine, and then Ben's guitar, after getting shipped to Canada and shipped back and then shipped back to Canada and then reassembled, and then he was messing with the nut and all, whatever, a fret either, you know, whatever. I think a fret probably popped out, probably needs to be glued in or just needs to be pressed back down and re-leveled. This one had kind of the same thing. Yeah. So I re-leveled and crowned since I have all the stuff to, you know, I just did a home plec. And now it's just freaking perfect, dude.
So I had for my number 5, I was torn, and I made a decision in the end. But I'm going to show you first the 2 guitars that I was torn between.
Okay.
Okay. So first was this is my Mexican telly build, right? You know, it's all Mexican telly parts, with the exception of the pickups, which are Dylan Flat 6 pickups in it. And so, but this is when I rounded all the way up and built and put together for less than what you could have bought a Mexican telly for. And
isn't that a Chris Shiflett neck?
Yeah, it's got the Chris Shiflett neck from off his deluxe telly.
And so that is the one that I plecked.
Yep, this is the neck that you plecked for sure.
Yeah. So no, yeah.
And this does have the CBS headstock on it, right?
That does have the big headstock.
Yeah, the other headstock on it. The CBS headstock on it. And but the other one that I couldn't, you know, I was struggling with, of course, this is my old number 1. And it is a 20th anniversary Squire telly. And this one is special to me because, first of all, it's my first guitar as I came into guitar at 50.
Right.
But the thing that's really special about this one is this was a father-son project. because when I was doing all the mods to this, I did not know how to solder yet. And my son, who had been taken in a solar car club at school, he did most of the solder work on this as he taught me how to solder. So this one never goes anywhere. And
Strat.
So it is a Squire Affinity 20th anniversary.
Nice.
And it's got all Mexican Strat pickups in it.
Pickups, yeah.
And the electronics are out of the Mexican Strat as well.
The 2 big magnets and all the good slugs. Yeah, those are nice.
They put 18-in-1 locking tuners on it.
Great.
And a tusk nut on it as well.
Nice.
And but in between these two, I had to go. I was like, okay, well, I got to make a decision, and I went with this one just because this one will never leave here because it is it's that father-son thing,
Yeah. You're working on it together, and that's so good. Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so, that and the American Strat are sitting right next to each other in the rack. And they're both nice guitars to play for sure. So
what are you looking towards maybe getting in 2025?
Well, in 2025, I have my sights on an American Telly.
Oh, so you'll have the kind of you'll be having the whole.
Yeah. Very nice.
First one of these slotted headstocks.
Yeah.
Presley.
Let's get Michael Krause's top 5 up here.
What do you got, Michael?
He's got a 78 Les Paul Custom.
Oh, nice.
An American Pro 2 Jazzmaster.
Come on.
Yeah. A Washburn EC36. A Reverend Double Agent.
Oh, yes. I know those guitars. Yep.
And he's got an Ibanez hollow body jazz thingy with flat wound strings.
Flat wound strings. Or what's going on this, Charles?
Oh, really?
The extra light. Yeah, the Diodario extra light flat wounds, the 10 to 48s are what I'm putting on this.
Oh, very nice. Well, Eddie Fay says his tastes are not fancy or high end. He'd be too afraid to play an uber expensive one. But he's got a 1983 Ibanez Rose Star 2, which I understand. Very nice guitars.
Those are great guitars, yeah.
Which he's had for 40 years with mojo scratches and all that.
All the scratches, all the mojo. Yeah, so this is what I'm getting into for this new year.
Oh, very nice.
Look at that. This is just oil, hand rubbed oil and wax, and it sure did come out pretty glossy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the.
And
then the back had this 2 different. It's like the tale of 2 worlds. Look at that. One side of the mahogany is like very plain, and the other was like this. Really, it actually had some flame in the mahogany. And then it's a maple neck.
Mm-hmm.
And I just can't wait to get these P90s because I feel like I know they're going to sound good because they look quality as far as all the parts. And then I wax potted them. And I'm like, I can't wait. I can't wait to play this. I'm waiting for the tailpiece. I didn't want to use the ugly, flat, stamped metal tailpiece that's on there. So I bought a custom piece that I'm going to put on there that's going to make it, that's going to stop the strings down here and hold them, and it's going to make it look a little bit more like a violin. The strings are going to start from here and come up, and they're going
that'd be cool. Yeah,
they're going to be flat wound strings. So, yeah, this is something I'm excited about, doing more set neck builds. This one came together really well.
Yeah, looks good.
I had this one. I was ready with some sluice, with some mahogany dust and glue for when I joined the neck. So like when you join the neck, and if there's any little tiny, I mean, because there's minuscule when you look in there with your magnifiers,
Mhm.
and you just want to have it all sealed up. So with the excess glue, you take some of the sluice with the mahogany dust, and you get in there, and as you clean off the glue, you're putting in some of that sluice, and it just dried out perfectly and just really clean.
Looks good. Well, Legal says the sister telly that I made for him was made with love. It plays fantastic. It's never leaving his collection. And brother Ed says his new number one is going to be his Freedom Caster when I'm done making it. So.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, that's a great thing when someone builds you a guitar and they put their love and effort into making it perfect. Then then those are the best usually.
Want to welcome in Mitch Heyman. What the Mitch Heyman's going on in here?
What's up, Mitch? Everybody's coming over to you in about 4 minutes, aren't they?
That's right. Just getting ready to say that. And so Charles Green is getting ready to go live in about 4 minutes. We're going to have to make our way out of here and make room for the
I have to go upstairs later. I have to pack up a second pair of pants because I'm going to go golfing tomorrow, and I might get a hole in one.
And I waited for that.
Yeah. Sorry.
I waited for that. I just don't.
Yeah.
I read comments, people, because I got nothing.
It's just terrible. And that's what I got to do.
Cushman NYC's got a 58 VOS Les Paul, 74 Les Paul custom, a 92
74,
61 reissue SG, and a Big Apple Strat. God,
that's 74. I'm a 74, and I played a 74 Les Paul custom, a white one that my real estate agent still has, and it was nice. It needed, so he brought it over and showed it off to me. This is freaking great. It just needed the love that it needed. Like it needed some stuff to be perfect, but it was really cool and really good. But he felt like it was already perfect. And I was like, you know what I mean? It wasn't, it just needed some stuff. It just needed to be dialed in. But it's a cool guitar. Oh my God, that's a cool guitar. Mm-hmm.
So Eddie Fay says he's got a couple of Strat kits that came out so nice that they're his number 3 and 4. And while he does have others, his number 5 is haunting his dreams, keeping him awake at night. A Breedlove acoustic.
Oh, hey, you can. That's why that pink sparkle is just one of my favorites, man. I built it and it just came out so good that it trumps my other guitar. So I end up playing it all the time. It's just a really good guitar.
Yes. Lost 4 words.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Lost 4 words. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know.
Oh, boy. Well, folks, we have made it through another hour. We certainly
we did it. You officially have another minute and 2 seconds of this to put up with.
I was getting out while the getting was good.
Every year we throw a party for the janitor at the school that I work at, and we all come out and we say, supplies! That was the beat went almost in perfect timing. Supply.
Doesn't that just sound beautiful? Look at that. It's great.
Supplies. Oh, come on.
I tell you. All right, folks. Well, Seth, another great show. Thank you very much.
Another great show, Charles. Yep. And it didn't have to mute me at all.
No, not at all. Never happened.
Not that I noticed. Yep.
No.
We appreciate you guys.
Join Charles Green next. He's going to have a great show. It always is.
Yep.
Till then,
we'll be back.
Thank you for being part of ours. Say hello to Eddie.
Make sure to play your guitar.
That's right, Peabody.
Yeah, he never makes any appearance.
Does Sherman have anything to say before we go?
No, I dropped him over there. He's fine.
Ah, okay. All right, cheers, folks.
Come on, people, Charles and me, about to take you on guitar safari. So turn on your computer, turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down. One volume, one tone. Yeah, Charles and me, we're about to take you on guitar safari. Turn on your computer and turn on your phone, 'cause it's about to go down.